Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how to create this delicious brownie base chocolate mousse cake. With a 7-inch cake tin as a springform cake tin, I'm spraying the sides and the base to help stick my baking paper. Take a baking paper that is wide enough to fit your cake tin and then fold a triangle. Fold that again and then cut off the excess if you have any excess. You're basically wanting to create a square. From here, keep folding your triangle from up to down, i.e. on the same side, and then pop the very pointy end in the center of your cake tin and then cut across the excess. Try to cut in a bit of a rounded line, just that it lines the bottom of your cake tin perfectly. Cut some rectangular panels to fit the side of your cake tin as well, and pop aside until you make your brownie mixture. For the brownie mixture, I've got some butter, caster sugar or superfine sugar, and some vanilla extract with the beans. You don't have to use vanilla extract, you can use vanilla essence instead. And then whisk that until it is nice and pale and fluffy. Takes about 2 or so minutes. From here, add in your eggs. Make sure that your eggs are room temperature like your butter, and then whisk those in one at a time, making sure the previous one has been fully incorporated before you add in the next one. At this stage, you're ready for your dry ingredients. So I've got plain flour, cocoa powder, and a pinch of salt. I am sifting that into the bowl, and then I'm using a spatula to gently fold that through my wet mixture. You don't want to stir that through completely. At about this stage, when it's almost incorporated, I'm going to add in some melted chocolate, and that's what's really going to jazz up this brownie. You could add chocolate chips instead, and then fold that through until it is combined. You don't want to overmix though, otherwise you're going to end up with a really tough brownie. At this stage, I'm going to stop, bring back our lined 7-inch cake tin and fill it in. You can fill in however much you'd like for your thickness of your base. So I added a fair bit here, so my base was really thick. Otherwise, you could add half the amount and then just make regular brownies the other half. That way you have a thinner base for your mousse cake, totally up to you. Bake that at 170 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Let it cool completely, and then I leveled off the top, just taking off any bits that were protruding. Stick it to a 10-inch cake base. So releasing it from the cake tin, taking away the baking paper, and popping it into the fridge to set so it doesn't move around. And in the meantime, I'm going to create the mousse. So this is dark chocolate and cream. I've microwaved it for 30 seconds, stirring it through, microwaving it for another 30 seconds until I get something that looks like this. For the cream base, I've got the heavy cream, mascarpone cheese, superfine sugar, and vanilla. Whisking that until it reaches stiff peaks. Takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And then while the ganache is still setting, so it's only had about 10 minutes or so to sit, I'm gradually adding in my cream in batches. You could add as much cream as you like. You could use the recipe I used. This is really, really rich and nice. Or you can make it even lighter by adding in even more cream. Fold that through until it is completely combined. And then you can line the side of your brownie with some plastic film. You could use baking paper as well. And I encased it again in the springform pan just to help me keep that shape. Load in your mousse and smooth it right up to the edges. Make sure that the top is nice and smooth as well. And refrigerate overnight if you can, or for 6 hours if you're impatient. And then undo the springform pan to reveal your gorgeous cake. I didn't want the plastic film to show, so I kind of took that off, but it did leave a lot of bubbles on the side of my cake, so I grabbed a hot spatula or a hot scraper and slowly smoothed off the edges to make it nice and sleek again. Pop on your decorations. I've got some granola and fresh berries that I decorated just the sides with. Add on some gold leaf for pizzazz because it's gold leaf and it makes everything much prettier. And then you're ready to serve. This will go nicely with some extra fresh berries, maybe some fresh cream on the side. It is a very, very rich cake, so you do not need much at all per person. This size cake could easily feed 15 to 20 people, no joke. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and give it a go, and if you do, hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so I can see what you guys are coming up with as well. The recipe will be linked in the description box below this video, along with the written ingredients. Thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.